Hello everybody, I'm Henry Lee. This evening I'm going to do a name seal for Michael Francis. This is a special request for personal name seal. And the first thing we need to do is to translate the Western name or French name, English name into Chinese. As you know, the Chinese has no alphabet, so we use characters. There's no way we can translate the sound of Western names exactly without alphabet or romanization. You can do it phonetically, but Michael Francis, it will be too long to fit in a format of the seal. So normally we only use 3 characters in Chinese names, sometimes 2 or 4, but that's rare. So most commonly we use 2 given names, which is the middle and the third. The last name comes first in Chinese. You can go to a website to get a Chinese name yourself. I will put a link under the video description. Mike has did a good job. After he praised the order, he went to the website and saved the 3 outputs from the website. On that web tool, you will put in your last name, first name, and your age, your birth year, I think, and some personal traits like you intelligent or handsome or something like that. So here we have 3 options from the suggestions that he got, and it's wise to have me or a native speaker to give you advice to decide, because some characters may just not so common. For example, this first one is Feng Ming Kuo. Ming Kuo sounds very close to Michael, right? Ming Kuo. Actually, Kuo in Chinese pinyin is Ku Guo, right? Guo. Which means bright, expand. So every character has a meaning. And the second option is Feng Meng Shang. Also start with M. We translate the first syllable as Meng, which is dream. Shang means this character Shang means esteem or respect sometimes. The third one, we have Meng, the same as the second. Sen, which means forest. The dream forest. You can see the first character, which is the family name or last name. We have 2 options. One is Feng, second tone, which look like a horse, galloping horse. And also Feng, first tone, which means square. So I made a suggestion that we will use this 2 characters, Meng, Sen, dream, forest, as the first name, and we use the galloping horse one as the last name. So we combine this one and this one. So we made a new one, Feng Meng Sen, which is very authentic. It's just like an ordinary Chinese name. Instead of phonetic translation, we have a combination of both, I think. We have both the meaning and the close sound. So after that, I made some designs here. There are two groups. This first two is more older. Is older than the second half. This is called a small script, which is more squareized. This one is in between the great seal script, which is more pictograph, and the small script. So it's not completely squareized. And Mike has picked this group, and he also picked a carving style, the positive or relief carving instead of the negative carving style. So we're going to do this design, and the next step is to transfer the design onto the stone. Here you can see some coupons I made, just in case the transfer is not successful the first time. So you have more. This is like making a stamp onto the stone using a liquid called acetone. It's a nail polish remover you can get from cosmetic stores, supply stores, or you can also get Carve stores, which is a paint cleaner. So you have to use a laser jet or laser copier, like old Xerox laser printer or copier, to transfer the design onto the stone. So you don't need to trace it. Traditionally, you use a copy paper. So now I use the copy machine or printer. So it made a flip image. You can see the images, the reverse image. So when you make a stamp, you'll make it correct. I use the mirror image in the background as a reference when I carve as well. So we need to do the carving now. Okay, I start from the marginal area, just test. Okay, the stone is very nice. It's a Qingtian stone with a dragon top or knob. The relief carving takes a longer time, but it's not really harder than the other one. Actually, I like the relief carving better because it's more controllable. The negative carving is more artistic. It's like a freestyle painting. This is more like fine line. So you do the outline first, and then you just scoop the background. Sometimes, when it's a small area, I do two things together, the outline and the scooping, just the one cut. When you are more advanced, you can do things like that. So instead of cutting carefully along the margin of the stroke, then the background, cut out the right background, you can do two things together, if you like. So be a little careful when you are getting close to the edge, the corners. So don't cut through the corners. Sometimes you can make a planned chipping, which is required in this kind of art. We call it anti-currentalism. It means revital the ancient art. It's a taste, aesthetic taste of anti-currentalism. Imitation of antiques. So we call it in Chinese the taste of stone and bronze should be present. So it's not a mechanic font. You can see they're not exactly the same width. The lines represent, the age or the calligraphic quality sometimes. Mostly it's like an old antique piece of art. To make it the new still looks old, which is really the idea, the goal of this. It's not very easy. I try to avoid all the sharp cuts to make it rounded. So it's a relief carving. There's a slope along the line. So when you press harder, the line may get wider, thicker. It's not just exactly designed. It could be different from imprint to imprint. Every copy is different because it's like a rubbing of relief, a little sculpture, 3D kind of. So this first character looked like a horse, a galloping horse. It's the last name, Feng, family name in Chinese. There are only about 100 characters we use as family names. The meaning of those characters are not very important, but still they look like pictures, so and it has meaning originally, just like Western last name family names, Shoemaker, Smith, also that kind of. So you still have the meaning. If sometimes Chinese name also can read like a sentence, including the meaning of a family name, but most times just the first name, the second and the third characters make sense. In this case, I like the horse dream first meaning as well. Just give it more imagination. Instead of square dream first, it's more dynamic in the design also. Has more strokes to do. Okay, I'm going to carve the second, which is the character Dream. I don't know how the ancient Chinese has come up to this character, but it looked like a big eye closed with some eyebrows. I'm just guessing. You can check if you study Chinese etymology, you will see many different interpretations of origins of the Chinese characters or pictographs. Some are very interesting. They look still much the same today. And after we entered the computer age, the writing of this kind of language is no more a challenge. So it will survive even the computer age. They just treat these characters as icons. So just about 3,000 icons you will need to write Chinese. There's a brick on the margin, the frame is planned that leaves a door for the qi, the energy to come in or come out to travel. It's not a closed frame. Sometimes I turn the stone instead of the knife to get the round shape. You see, I turn the stone constantly because I only use the knife this way from right to left. I don't do this kind of movement. Just turn the stone, which is much easier. So that's why I hold the stone instead of using the tool if I don't have to. Unless I use this, I have some other reasons I don't use the clamp. This is more flexible. You can use the clamp to make it stabilize and also protect your hand. Okay, I'm going to do this third character, which means the forest. It composed of 3 trees or wood in Chinese. I use a smaller knife. I'm going to do this tiny area. Okay, I'm going to do some cleanup, and I'll come back to make an imprint. Okay, I'm now going to make a first imprint. The dragon eye, the head facing the user for the correct orientation. Okay, you can see the effect has more red, which is I kind of like. So I will keep that and do some adjustment on this side. It looks like the stone is not very totally square, so I need to adjust that by making this upper line a little thinner. The natural stone, it always requires some squareization, trimming, if you will. Okay, now let's take another look. I use a rubber mat underneath it, and I also put a mirror just to make it firm, otherwise it's too soft on the felt. The mirror is used to check the design. You can also look this way. Instead of making another stamp, you can also check to see this is the right image. Instead of the mirror image, you can check this way, so you can know where to compare with this image you see is the opposite on the stone. So that's why I need the mirrors sometimes. But when you get more experience, you don't have to use the mirror to judge the right and the left. You have to think the opposite constantly. Okay, this is more balanced with the margin, square lines. This one is the first one, this is the second one, much better, right? Okay, now let's just one more image. This is not so natural, so we want to make it appear more natural. Okay, I'm going to make some official stamps. First, let me make a imprint in my album. You can see I have all the recent sales here. I have filled up, I think this is the 5th. Let me just put on top of this page. You can have different size of name seals, like a single character one for last name, and 3 character one, or This is more like a 3/4. This is 1/2 inch. I think this is 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch. I could be wrong. So check our website to see more details if you want. Okay, now I'm going to make an official imprint for Mike. Smooth side. Okay. That's nice. Okay, it's time to thank everybody on YouTube for your continued support in watching this series of Chinese name or mood seal carving. I really appreciate your feedbacks and questions if you have any. If you are interested in making yourself a name seal, please go to the link I will list in the video description to find your own Chinese name. And if you want to have it carved on the stone, please contact me at blueheronarts.com. Thank Mike, thank everybody. Goodbye.